Hi, and welcome to Try It Tuesday. In this series, we look for creative memories inspiration, and I look either on their blog or on their website or even on their Facebook page. And I look for some kind of inspiration that I feel like I would like to try and recreate. And then I do that right here for all of you to follow along with me and hopefully maybe inspire you to try what you see online or even to try out this. So here I'm going to post a picture of what we're going to work on today. And this layout I found on the blog. It's from back in 2020. And right away when I saw it, I thought, oh yes, I want to do that one because I love when two punches are combined together. And so that's what you'll see there. The edge of that punch, the edge of that page is two different punches. So we'll be utilizing the diamond arches as well as the dotted leaf punch. Okay, so that's going to be really fun. The papers that I'm going to use for this layout is the Spring Cottage collection, and I'm going to go use the Tone on Tone pack. Okay, now this pack is still available. If you like these papers I'm using, you can run over to the website, grab it, because it is on last chance as I'm doing this and as this is going to post on Tuesday. The sticker pack is still available, but I'm not going to be using the sticker pack in today's layout. So let me show you the papers that I chose from this pack. I chose this brown, it's like kind of like a check design. You can see really close there. Okay, that's actually going to be the background or the base for my layout. I'll show you that in a minute. And then for the part that we're going to punch, I've chose this grayish leaf pattern. Okay, the other side is a darker bluish grayish leaf. Okay, and that's the one that we're going to punch. Now, first thing that we want to do, and I found was very important when I did this, because I did practice this on a different piece of paper first, is that we want to mark the back side of our paper where we want to put the rounded corner. Okay, so you have to decide, do you want the rounded corner at the top left, the top right, or the bottom left or the bottom right? So I want mine on this side, the bottom right hand side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip it over, and now it's over here. And the first thing we have to do is we have to mark it at 3.5 inches. Okay, we want to mark 3.5 inches up and 3.5 inches out. So I have my handy dandy Creative Memories mat right underneath to help me with measuring, and my T-square ruler. So let me line this back up here. There we go. I'm going to put my T-square ruler right at the 3.5 inch mark going this way. Okay, and then I'm just going to draw a line dark enough so I can see it. Now it doesn't matter because this is going to be the back side. Okay, and then come over here and do the same thing. It doesn't have to go all the way up, but just high enough so that when it's in the punch, we will see this dark line. Okay, you'll be able to see yours much better than you probably can see mine. Let me move the mat out of the way and pull out our diamond arch punch. This punch is also still available. And then what I'm going to do is start on this side, and this is a border punch, so I'm going to line it up to the black lines that we see on the front of the punch. And here's where I need to look for the first pencil line that I made. Okay, and I'm going to line my pencil line, and this is why I came way out, because I want to line my pencil line up with the black line. Okay, see if I can show you that. Okay, and then I'm just going to punch it like normal. I'm going to scooch it over just a tad before, there we go. And then we move it to the side. Again, we want to line up the little triangles at the top. And then we punch it, and we just keep going. the other side. Okay, so we take our other line, line it up. This time I'm going to go to this side black line just because it's easier. It'd be a little awkward to do it the other way. And then I'm going to punch. That's all for now with the diamond arch punch. Let's trim this off, get this out of our way. And now here's the other tricky part about this layout. And then we're almost done with the tricky part. We need to cut off 3/8 of an inch. Okay, so 3/8 of an inch is, here's a 1/2 inch, so that's 4/8. We want to go back one to this big the longest one here. Okay, that's 3/8 of an inch. So we want to line it up. Let's bring this down, make sure we are going to cut. We want to bring our little guide down to make sure that we're not going to cut into our border we just made. And then I'm going to line up my trimmer with my dark line again and cut off my 3/8 inch. Okay? I need to do the same thing on the other side, but I need to come down here and use this part of my trimmer. Again, I'm going to bring out the guide, make sure that I'm not going to trim off any unnecessary edges, and make sure it's going to be straight. And I'm going to line up my trimmer to my pencil line, and I'm hoping you can see this. Let me move this up. Okay, so I've put it at 3/8 of an inch down here, and I'm going to line up my pencil line, and there we go, 3/8 of an inch. Okay, that's what we have. Now we want to cut out the corner using the dotted leaf. Take the corner, slide it right into the back. There's one. Then we flip it over, slide that corner right back again into the corner of the punch, and let's see, voila, there we go. It's beautiful, right? Okay, so now I'm going to bring that base back in, and you'll see this is just a 12 by 12 piece of paper, and I'm just going to lay that on top like that. Okay, it's beautiful, beautiful and easy, right? Okay, so then let's look at the picture again. I'll put it up in the corner now that we're done cutting, and you'll see that the top mat kind of, to me, look like torn paper. Now I don't have the mats that came with that, so what I did was I took another piece of this brown, and I tore these rough edges around approximately a 6.5 by 4.5, and that's going to be my first mat. And then the bottom mat I just cut with a straight edge, and again it's going to be 6.5 by 4.5. So I'm going to go something like that. I'm actually going to stagger it. Now the photos that I'm going to use for this is going to be some wedding photos. I did not attend the wedding, so I don't have a lot of photos. I only have 2, and I can't put the people on the internet, so I'm going to just put some placeholders, but I will keep the photos at their full size, 4 by 6. Okay, now we're going to try and follow our embellishing just like we see in our photo. And I'm going to have a cluster up here, a cluster here, and a cluster down here. So what I'm thinking for up here is to bring in some of the dotted leaf punch and have it coming out. So I have this piece. Okay, so let's slide this in. Turn it upside down. Let's see what we get here. Okay, I'm going to trim this, but it's going to look something like that. So let me go ahead and trim this. I'm going to want it tucking out, something like that. So let's scoot everything down a little bit. Okay. So I'm going to trim this up. Let's bring this over. I don't need this whole piece. Save this for a future project. There's one little green sticking out. We're going to cover that up with some stuff anyway. Okay, so let's see if we move on, if we are going to like this. Okay, I'm just trying to bring in some of the green from down here and some of the similar pattern from the punch down here. So if we don't like it, that's okay. Okay, so that's a very, very basic page layout, and it's coming together very quickly. I'm going to use a pre-made word that says love. This one happened to come from a Jen Hatfield collection. And then what I'm going to do is I want to bring in some flowers. So I'm going to decorate something like that. Put the flowers, yeah, I like it at the top. And then I have these that'll come down over here. And then I have a heart here. It's a little piece of chipboard. I'll arrange it something. That's kind of what I wanted up in that area. So let me trim this some more. It doesn't need to be quite that big now. Okay, let's do that. Again, I will adhere my picture down before I put the whole word love in there. Let's see, let's put that, tuck that like this, and then bring these flowers coming out, and then the blue heart will be nestled right in between like that. Now over here, I need to have an embellishment too. If you look at the photo, they have 1, 2, 3. I want to keep that same idea. So here I'm going to use a heart. This paper came from the same collection, just the designer paper pack, and I cut it on my Big Kit die cut machine. So I'm going to tuck that one underneath, scoot this down a little bit, maybe scoot that one up a little bit, so there's a little more space between the two photos. And then from that same Jen Hatfield collection, these blue and yellow flowers, and a blue flower, which I'm going to tuck something like that. And then down here, I also had some more from that Jen Hatfield collection. It's like flowers you can find anywhere, right? So I'll be popping out the flowers something like that. Then I needed some leaves. So I just went into my stash and found some leaves. I'm gonna tuck, it'll look, it'll look something like this. Sorry, everything is moving. There, it'll look something like that. I do want that heart to show. Then down here, I want to also put in some leaves underneath the cluster of flowers. Okay, and then lastly, I had this word sticker that says together. I'm thinking I'm going to place it something like that. Down here, I like that. I'm going to add some pearls because it is a wedding after all. And I'm going to add some pearls in each of my clusters. So let's see, it'll look something like maybe up here. I like the idea of possibly putting 2 or 3 up here. Okay. Down here, I might even entertain the idea of putting it on top of that blue flower. I like it down here. Put 2 down there. And I'm also feeling like one more right up here. I like that. Let's put this one up here. There we go. Okay. And there we go. That's the Try It Tuesday. Let me kind of straighten everything out. I'll try and have some close-ups for you at the end without any photos, but with everything adhered down. Okay. Again, we're featuring the Spring Cottage collection. It's beautiful paper. Get it while supplies last. The dotted leaf punch and the diamond arches. This is a frame border punch. Those two are still both available as well. I hope that you enjoyed that. I hope that it kind of inspires you to give this a try, and or go out onto the blog and see what you can find that inspires you. I'd like to hear in the comments if you're going to give this a try, or if you have other things that you might want to give a try. I'd like to hear that as well. Okay, thank you so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.